Hey traders, hope you're having a good one. Big one's certainly not really having a good one. Just yesterday did a video on a potential bearish butterfly pattern that we were seeing, just trying to see if it was going to develop. It clearly didn't. I mean, look, remember these harmonic patterns, they are not meant to be traded at the 38% or 88% retrace where you pivot to C. They're meant to be traded when you hit the PCZ, which is at, between the 1272 fib extension and the 1618. We never made it, right? It never manifested into the pattern, but you can still look for these patterns and catch them early. And we were pivoting yesterday, but it just didn't. There was not enough buying pressure to get us up to higher prices, and soon enough afterwards we dumped to the downside, completely invalidating any idea of this pattern being valid. Okay, so from there we dumped, right, from 85 to 8400, straight down to that next level of support, which was 7700. We bounced, and about 16 hours we didn't do anything, and now we're up. Well, I guess we did do stuff. Talking to Larley, and we talked about in the live stream yesterday, we rallied back up to back test $8,000 as a resistance, and we did it 3 times, and then 4th time's a charm. We have now sold off again, and we have broken a critical upsloping support of the channel idea, right? The next support truly is at 7,400 on all exchanges. And the question is, where is the major retrace? Where is the common retrace level of the major retrace? Well, in order to get, I guess, in order to understand where the major retrace begins, it all stems, I think, to the 236 is very important. Okay, from your December 15th, 2018 low to your high. We have not really ever been able to hit a 23% retrace on any anchor points on the way up. We never really made major. We did once, I think, maybe here, okay, and then bounced, but that was right after the impulse. We rallied again, but now you can see from anchoring, we have now, as of this moment, just kind of recently, hit the 23% retrace finally, okay, which was at 7680 on the tether chart. Excuse me, man. So again, you're going to hit 7,400 as support soon, most likely. I mean, that's because, look left, man. It's extremely important as support. We've already broken through 7,700. That was important, and that held for a minute, but it's not very strong. And soon we'll see 7,400, and then, all right, but with Fibonacci, from your swing low to swing high, we've now hit the 23% retrace, giving us reason to believe this is a valid anchor point. This was valid. This is the major low to the high. Okay, and so between 54.27 and 68.19. Those are the those are the perimeters of the golden zone. Okay, a 62% retrace to the 38% retrace right here. Okay, this is where we could expect just common retrace levels, since we've now hit the 23% retrace. Now, there's always a chance. I mean, sometimes it does happen where you hit a 23% retrace, your most shallow retrace, and you rally. But will that be the case here? Is that a double top? Or will we sell off more, create the second collar of the neckline, and then rally again up to 8,100 to create a huge, potential head and shoulders pattern? That could be a reality. Where you rally, you sell off, you run again, make a higher high, then you dump pretty hard. And wherever you rally, whether it's a higher low or the same low, you create that neckline, and then you get that last rally, that third rally that ends up being a lower high than your previous high, and normally fits up real well with the left shoulder that we sell off, and eventually we break the neckline and have a much more major correction. Okay, something else to be noted. Let's see here. Let me make this only visible on the daily. Sorry, we're on the daily. Let me actually make it to where the fib extensions are only visible on the 4 hour. Okay. Make these only visible on the daily. I think we did that already, right? No, take that out. Okay. Right. Go back to the 4 hour. I want you to see the fib extensions that we have. So we went from the high point November 7th to the low point, and we hit a 1618 fib extension. Oh man, that's tough. That's really, really tough. We couldn't sustain prices above that. I mean, that was the original fib anchor points anyway when we were down here. Such bearish conditions, you don't know. You say, hey, you have to think with common sense here that this was the top before the dump. So high to low, we had our fibs like that for a long time. But if we left them alone, you could see we hit the gold mean ratio. So that could be a big selling point. So guess what, man? We could never break above it long enough. I mean, looks like on the last rally, we actually touched the 1618, and then it was over after that. Okay, so again, there might be a huge head and shoulders in store for us, but then we go to the other idea, the one that's held up pretty strong. It's like, look at this, man. The rising wedge pattern that we've been talking about and talking about and talking about, we're getting deeper and deeper into the measured move. All right, so the measured move of this pattern from the breakout is at 7,069.69. Oh, interesting. Okay, so again, you have cracked 7,700. So why would you not hit 7,400? That's normally what you do after you crack support. You go run to the next one. If you can't hold 7,400, likely chance you'll be running down to, well, it's 7,000 is the psychological support, and then after that 6,800. Okay, so again, just go back to your Fibonacci, your major low to high. We've hit a 23% retrace, pretty much giving validity to that top anchor point. Yep, and so again, on Coinbase, between 5,400 and 6,800 is the common retrace level. Look for price action reversal at any one of these fib nodes. We'll be looking for divergence and other variables each fib node. Okay, and we'll cover it. I'm here, live twice a day, so no big deal, man. But careful, man. Careful. Rising wedge. Remember the example we give all the time? Is that Activision Blizzard one? Same type of pattern, beautiful. It was even in an uptrend, but it lost over half its value in a matter of a few months. Okay, so just careful here. All right. Wait for the retrace. Wait for the common retrace levels. We'll see if we can ever get down to a 38% retrace, which doesn't seem like much, but that's 68. Dude, that's 6,800, man. All right. So if you enjoyed this study video, hit the like button, that bell, that sub. I go live 6 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Eastern. Please leave a comment in the description below. I'll talk to y'all soon. Until then, respect the TA.